Hi, welcome to the Family Collective. This is Diane Arnold again, and I'm very excited to be with you. Today, we're going to talk about something that's really important to what's going on in our culture, the neuroscience of connection. What? Basically, why is it so hard to stay apart right now? I know that you guys are saying, oh no, we're following all the rules. The bottom line is we're missing connection. And I want to talk to you a little bit about why. You know, when parents look at their newborn, they ask a lot of questions like, what will they be like when they grow up? And will they do well in school? And will they be happy? And who will they marry? Scientists now believe that the answers to those questions depend a lot on how the child's brain develops. And this development depends on both our nature or our genetics and our nurture, or how this little baby was supported by its most important people or its community. Recent advances in brain research have provided great insight into how the brain continues to grow even from birth. And the CDC even tells us that positive or negative experiences with the family and community can add up and shape a child's development and have lifelong effects. We were created to be in community, or as some people say, common unity. Our need to interact is deeply ingrained in our genetic code. We are social animals, and we survive where we form bonds. Bottom line, humans don't do well alone. And that's making this time right now really hard on all of us. It's interesting that in the absence of social connection triggers, there's a primal alarm bell that goes off in our head, much like we're being hurt or hit or disconnected. This nurturing connection or relationship theory was initially researched by a man named John Bowlby, and his mission was to understand why children experience distress when they are away from all their social connections. Children learn and grow best in safe environments where they're protected from neglect and they're given plenty of opportunities to play and to explore. Okay, everybody, relaxed. Perfect parents don't exist. It's impossible to be physically, emotionally there 100% of the time. Even the most sensitive caregivers get it right only half of the time. But this is how nurture works. By the time we are 12 months old, we have developed a map in our brain that tells us how we will look at relationships. For example, how safe will they be? Or how responsive will they be to me? These maps tell us how to interact with the other relationships in our lives. For example, will I be happy or will I be lonely? And most importantly, they tell us how to understand our interests, strengths, and vulnerabilities. And here's the key. Why is that important? Because we were made for relationships. Our power to bond with another human being was a gift given to each of us. As an example of that power of bonding, I want to show you a quick video. This is a story about a couple of twins that are probably in their college years right now, but these twins were born very prematurely. And at the time that they were born, the hospital protocol for them was to have them separate, and both of them needed incubation and lots of tending to. And at one point during one of the days, the weaker twin looked like that she wasn't probably going to make it. And so in the middle of the night nurse, out of compassion, put her sister in the crib with her. Well, the stronger sister immediately threw her arm around the weaker sister, and that created the heartbeat to change in the weaker sister. The heartbeat increased, the blood pressure normalized, and the temperature normalized, and immediately that baby started to stabilize. What this is evidence for bonding. As medical personnel, we learned that this physical touch, this physical interaction had a difference in people both physically and emotionally. And that's why you and I and everyone else is missing them right now. But we can do some things, even during our time of seclusion, to help with that. One thing we can do is remember some of those special moments, to think about them. How special was that? Another thing we can do is to pick up the phone, reach out and touch someone. Maybe you haven't done that for ages. Maybe you've texted, but actually call someone and talk to them. Or maybe pick up your phone and have a video conference? Or how about even plan special memories that you haven't had yet? Sit back and think about the things that we can do and create. And maybe send that person a note and say, hey, I cannot wait till we can go out to lunch again. I want to thank you for being with us again today. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon.